Any other questions? Nellie? Mhm.
How do you go about that? Voting on third party.
So it's a reactive and not a deep thought.
What really? What the options have as a voter? I often feel powerless. Protest or I can vote. That's it. Is that it?
So let me repeat the question for the camera. The question from Nellie was, we had mentioned that, since we're a system and you can't point fingers without actually reflecting upon yourself. She said, well, if the responsibility is also on the voter side, but the voters only feel I only have like once every 4 years, I have the option to make a vote. And sometimes my vote is as an act of frustration. It's a punitive reaction to my perceived misgivings. What are other ways that you feel that the population could at large also contribute more to a more conducive political environment?
I think that it is the personal responsibility I akin to your neighborhood. I don't know if you guys have HOAs where and so.
What? No, that's actually a pretty American thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
would, like HMOs.
I would assume in any country, if your neighbor was trashing their house and making your house devalue and they were doing things that weren't good, you'd have something to say about that. And the other neighbors would have something to say about that. And you guys would get together and you would come up with something and you'd go and confront that neighbor. We have to take what we do on a localized level. If your kid was not being treated well in their school, you would be in front of the PTA. Yeah. You would be in that schoolhouse talking to the teachers.
Yeah.
We have to take what we do on a personal level and take it up a notch. So if you think you deserve a stop sign down at the end of the street, get up, get other people together and go down to City Hall, start working it. If you think that the president of the United States is not doing their job or a senator or a congressman is not doing their job, start calling their offices. It really does make a difference after a while. And you can get more and more people.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Say again?
The squeaky wheel gets the oil.
You got it. That's right. And yes, vote. And I know people have sort of diminished their vote. Your vote counts. It's important. Look at these last two elections. And look at many of the congressional races. These things are decided by hundreds of votes in some cases. Every vote counts. Use that vote to send a message, but then also do other things. That's part of leadership too. Everybody's got to have a role in this.
What I really like about what you said is that I think we need to understand that in the whole picture, we might not count as much as we think. And on the other hand, we count more than we think, and thinking global and acting local and really taking ownership. But, if you're small, your square footage is a good place to start. I'm absolutely with you. And also not to be shy to voice your opinion. I'm going to share a crazy idea. When I was kind of contemplating on Facebook, I thought actually we have the technology in place today. Had I been Mark Zuckerberg, I would have probably used Facebook in a different way. I would have made it a citizen platform where you have to register, legitimize yourself, right? And the platform would give you access, transparency on all the legislation that was in the pipeline, where you could vote. And where you could do automatic surveys where you can, you get a message on your phone saying, listen, we're debating this and this. How do you feel about this? Right. Sure. Because we have the technology in place to revolutionize our society. I think society, or the people that guide society, are scared out of their wits. What it would do if we would really accelerate true democracy, almost going back to how it used to be in Athens. In Athens, there were people that were allowed to vote. You had to go to the market square. There were rules. You could do that with millions of people nowadays.
Yeah.
You know,
Got to figure out too how you deal with, and this is a struggle that we're in right now. How do you deal with the people that choose to be uninformed,
yeah,
but still demand that their voice be heard?
I think I would agree with you. I would accept that, but I think the greater issue is that I think the lobbies are afraid of the masses knowing the truth.
Yeah.
You know, so interesting.